You just do reply, प्यारे बच्चों. Am I audible? Just confirm audio and video. All of you guys. Yes. Good morning to all of you guys. Welcome to you all on IMS GATE Academy. All of you guys, just let me know. Am I audible? Voice is clear to you, बच्चों. Whether voice is clear to you, just let me know. All of you guys. Yes, good. You just let me know. Yes. Good morning. Good morning, Vedahi. Video is clear. Yes. So, student, in the last classes we have seen about the Fourier transform. In the last class also we have seen Fourier transform, gate problems, and in this class also we are going to continue Fourier transform only. Okay. So, let us start Fourier transform. This was how many questions we have did in the last class, guys? I think this question also completed, this one also completed. This one diagram is wrong, as I told you. This wrong diagram. I have just corrected this diagram, and after that this question also we have completed, and we got the answer option number A. I hope you completed the recording part, beta. Those who had not attended the last class, I hope you have completed the recording one. And this electronics 8 question also completed in the last one. Option number A was correct. Yes. Chaliye, this is also completed, and this one also completed. So, for this option number C for Chennai is correct actually. This is 2022 double E question also we have completed in the last class. Bolo Purushottam, Suraj, Purushottam, beta, do reply whether you have completed this double E 22 question. In the last class I think we have completed already this. Yes. Chaliye. So, in today's class we are going to start today's class with this electronics and communication 2017 gate problem asked in electronics and communication. So, a continuous time signal xt is equal to 4 cos 200 pi t plus 8 cos 400 pi t, where t is in second. Student, LTA system filter with the impulse response. So, student, you have to identify whether it is working as an low pass filter or which filter. Okay, you know one standard form, that is sin 80 upon pi t, and whenever sin of 80 upon pi t is given, it reminds you the low pass filter which is having the width from minus a to plus a. Is it clear or not, beta? Is this clear or not? Yes or no? I hope it is clear. I hope voice is clear to you. Chaliye. So, student, if I talk about कि sir 2 sin 300 pi t upon pi t, t is not equal to 0. If t equal to 0, it means we have to multiply with 300 both. So, it will be 600 into sin of 300 pi t upon 300 pi t. So, what it will be, bachcho? What it will be? So, do you know that, sir, it will make the sampling function. So, 600 sampling of 300 pi t. And we know that the sampling function at t equal to 0 will be always 1. So, that is why at t equal to 0 instead it is equal to 600. It means for all value of time ht, I can write this expression as a 2 into sin of 300 pi t upon pi t. Tell me, bachcho, yes or no? 2 into sin of 300 pi t upon pi t. Now, tell me what is this Fourier transform, bachcho? We know that sin of 80 upon pi t Fourier transform will give you a rectangular pulse which will behave as a low pass filter in the frequency domain, omega domain. So, sin of 80 upon pi t, this is the value of a, beta. So, what is the a? 300 pi. So, you should make a rectangular pulse which will start from minus 300 pi to end at plus 300 pi. And what about the magnitude? Magnitude should be multiple of 2. So, here we have to multiply 2 factor in the frequency domain as well. So, this is omega, and this is my h of t, then this is my h of omega. Now Vedayi, do reply. Sir, I have watched the recorded lecture. Very good beta Vedayi. Very good Purushottam. Shabash. So now, sir, already, yes sir, yesterday missed the class. Yes, Purushottam, you missed the class yesterday. Chaliye, no problem. But today or going forward upcoming classes, you should try to attempt in a live manner. So बच्चों जरा बताओ कि h omega will behave as a low pass filter. It will pass only frequency from 0 to 300 pi. It means after 300 pi radian per second, the signal, the low pass filter will block the frequency component. So here I have a two frequency component, one is 200 pi and one is 400 pi. So this component going to be blocked. So what is the output finally, guys? What will be the output finally? So your final output yt will become, here actually 4 into cos of 200 pi t will be pass, but here the low pass filter will also provide the magnitude of 2, so it will be multiplied with 2. So ultimately you will get 4 to the 8 into cos of 200 pi t. So this is what student yt examiner is asking for. What is the maximum value of yt? So do you know what is the maximum value of cos function? Cos function maximum value plus 1, minimum value minus 1. So the curve is varying from plus 1 to minus 1. So cos maximum value is plus 1 only. So correct answer for this question is 8 only. 8 you are supposed to type. Numerically entry question it is. Numerically entry question it is beta. All of you guys just complete it beta, and once you will complete you should reply. सर IB जूनियर इंटेलिजेंस ऑफिसर का एग्ज़ाम है. ओके सूरज, कब है बेटा एग्ज़ाम? उसका प्रिपरेशन में लग जाइए. उसमें टेक्निकल जो पार्ट आ रहा है गेट सिलेबस से जो मैच हो रहा है उस पार्ट को आप प्रिपेयर कर लीजिए. एंड आई होप उसमें एप्टीट्यूड वाला पार्ट वाला सेक्शन भी होगा, तो उसको भी आपको अलग से प्रिपेयर करना होगा. चलिए 22 को आने वाला है. ओके बेटा 22 जुलाई को, 19 जुलाई तो हो गया आज. यस यस बिल्कुल बेटा बिल्कुल सूरज, आप उसका प्रिपरेशन करो, नो प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल. ओके चलिए, आपको जब भी टाइम मिले आप लाइव क्लास अटेंड करो, अदरवाइज रिकॉर्डिंग में भी देख सकते हो. बताइए बच्चों, शेल वी गो फॉर नेक्स्ट, बट ट्राई करो आप लाइव में आने का, है ना, अपना मैक्सिमम. चलिए शेल वी गो फॉर नेक्स्ट बच्चों, डू रिप्लाई NOW नेक्स्ट और वेट बच्चों. वॉइस इज क्लियर एब्सोल्युटली, यस और नो? चलिए, consider the signal xt equal to e to the power minus t, t mode of t greater than equal to 0, 0 when t is less than equal to 0. So this functional representation of xt, I can also write xt is nothing but e to the power minus t ut function. Yes or no guys? Now if examiner is asking for कि let x omega denotes the Fourier, let's x omega denotes the Fourier transform of this signal, the integral minus 1 upon 2 pi minus infinity to infinity x omega d omega is equal to what? You can also say that कि sir here t is greater than equal to 0 e to the power minus t, and what is the property says that, property area under frequency domain property says that 1 upon 2 pi minus infinity to infinity mod of x omega d omega is equal to x0 only, is equal to x0 only. Is this clear beta? x0 means xt equal to 0. It means here you need to put xt at t equal to 0. Now you will say that t equal to 0 coming in this part, t less than 0 is 0. T equal to 0 e ki power minus t, when you will put t equal to 0 e ki power 0, you will get 1 only. So answer is option number C for Chennai only. Yes or no beta? Veday and Suraj, just do reply. Yes sir, अब रिविजन कर रहे हैं. वेरी गुड सूरज बेटा, वेरी गुड. रिविजन करते रहिए. रिविजन विल मेक यू परफेक्ट. Practice will make you perfect. When you will do revision as much as possible, when you will do practice as much as possible, you will become more comfortable to the topic, and there will be high chance that you will definitely correct those particular questions that you already revised many times. Shall we go for next बच्चों? बोलो NOW next. पुरुषोत्तम, yes. चलिए. So now student, again a very beautiful question, very good question coming. It look like a very complex question. It's look like a very complex question. A signal xt equal to sinc of alpha t, where alpha is a real number. Sinc of x equal to sine of pi x upon pi x is input of a LTA system whose impulse response ht equal to sinc of beta t. So sinc of alpha t, sinc of beta t, where beta is a constant. If minimum of alpha beta denotes the minimum value of alpha and beta, and similarly if maximum of alpha beta denotes the maximum of alpha and beta, and k is a constant, then which one of the following statement is true about the output of the system? So student, it simply says that sinc function I am just writing here, कि sir input signal x of t is given by SINC sinc of alpha t. It is given SINC sinc of alpha t, sinc of alpha t. And if I talk about the impulse response ht, this xt is applied to the impulse response on ht, and the ht value is what, guys? The ht value is SINC sinc of beta t, and is asking for the output expression yt. Output for the output expression yt. Yes. Now students, sinc of alpha t, sinc of beta t, it is given. This is h of t, and we just looking for the yt expression. Now tell me, this sinc expression, can you write like this, bachcho? Sinc expression, it means sine of alpha pi t upon alpha pi t. So this is nothing but my x of t. And what is my h of t, guys? My h of t will become SINC sinc of, so sinc, if I want to convert it to sine, then it will be actually sine of pi beta t upon, bolo bachcho, pi beta t or beta pi t. We should write beta pi t. Why? Because it will be remind us. So I am writing beta pi t upon pi t. Why I am writing like this, guys? Because sine of at upon pi t. Sine of at upon pi t. So what is the at? I can write like this, कि sir 1 upon alpha outside, and now I am writing sine of alpha pi t upon pi t. This is my x of t. This is my x of t. And my h of t also I am writing like this, 1 upon beta I am writing as a amplitude, and I am writing sine of beta pi t upon pi t. So now you can easily compare sine of at upon pi t, sine of at upon pi t. So a value is nothing but alpha pi. Here a value is nothing but beta pi. And we know that in the time domain, yt is nothing but x of t convolution with h of t, x of t convolution with h of t. But in the frequency domain, y omega is equal to x omega dot h omega. X omega dot h omega. Convolution in time is nothing but multiplication in frequency. Yes or no, beta? Now tell me, what is, if this is xt, what is x omega? X omega is nothing but its Fourier transform. So when you will make this Fourier transform, you will get a rectangular pulse. You will get a rectangular pulse which is having the width from minus alpha pi to plus alpha pi with respect to omega, and the magnitude is nothing but 1 upon alpha. You have to multiply now h of omega. Now tell me how h omega will look like, bachcho. So h omega will again look like a rectangular pulse. H omega again will like a rectangular pulse which is having the duration from minus beta pi to plus beta pi, minus beta pi to plus beta pi with respect to omega, and the magnitude is nothing but 1 upon beta. So when you will multiply these two signal, bachcho, what you will get the final signal? When you will multiply the two signal, you will again get a rectangular pulse, and whenever you are multiplying, you will get the ultimate duration whatever is minimum. Suppose that here minus 2 to plus 2, minus 1 to plus 1. When you will multiply this signal, you will get a rectangular pulse which is having the duration from minus 1 to plus 1. It means whatever is minimum from alpha and beta, it will only come. So I should write here, it is nothing but minimum of alpha beta with minus sign, and here also minimum of alpha beta, minimum of alpha and beta with positive sign. And what you will get here, some magnitude multiply actually. So 1 upon alpha into 1 upon beta. Yeah. Now suppose that, student, I will take this term as a gamma. Minus gamma to plus gamma, and I will define my gamma value as a minimum of alpha into beta. then ultimately can I write this? Can I write this inverse Fourier transform? It is also give me the Sinc form only. So what is the answer now? Answer will be what? It will be in the form of k, whatever the amplitude. K means multiple of 1 by alpha 1 by beta. So it will be the multiple of, it will be the form of k Sinc of gamma t. K Sinc of gamma t, where gamma is the minimum of alpha beta. Why? Because if I will take its inverse Fourier transform, if this part is visible to you, I am writing here, or I am writing here also. If you will take inverse Fourier transform of this, you will get actually k into Sinc of SIN gamma pi t upon pi t. And if you will write this, then you can convert this function into Sinc function also. Okay, whatever the, if I will multiply with gamma and whatever the constant, it is nothing but k. So Sinc of gamma pi t upon gamma pi t, sine of gamma pi t upon gamma pi t will become actually k into SINC Sinc of gamma t. So that is why this is nothing but my output, where whatever the constant 1 upon alpha into beta or into gamma, whatever, it will be considered as a k only. So correct answer is nothing but option number A for Ahmedabad. It is a very good conceptual question, bachcho. If you have a strong concept, then only you can solve such type of question. Otherwise, generally student confuse here and student think that it is a look like very complex question. So many students are not able to attempt in the examination. So just try to complete beta, and once you will complete now, you should reply. Once you will all complete, guys, you should reply. Okay. Tell me, bachcho, just complete it fast. All of you just try to complete it fast. I am waiting. I am waiting. Once you will complete, you should reply. सर कोई ग्रुप है जिसमें आप सिग्नल सर आयुष सर इज देयर टेस्ट सीरीज दिस ईयर yes Ayush, IMS GATE Academy definitely have a test series. If you want to purchase the test series, you can just visit the website beta imsindia.com/gate, where we have a different offering, live online program, SLP program, hybrid program and test series. So when you will click on the test series, you will get the access of test series only. Okay. Suraj, yes, Suraj, you can type, you can search the Telegram group. Okay, Suraj, where you will get the questions and all. Okay. You will search the name Ankur Sharma sir on Telegram, you will get. Chali. All of you guys just let me know, shall we go for next प्यारे बच्चों? So you should just search in the Telegram group beta, you will get to know. Okay. Control signal digital Ankur sir, you can search. चलिए तो बच्चों अभी हम चलते हैं बात आगे की तरफ. Just try to solve this one. Now next question is Parseval theorem. The next concept is what, guys? Parseval theorem. Very important. Energy formula E equal to minus infinity to infinity mod of xt whole square dt is equal to 1 upon 2 pi minus infinity to infinity mod of x omega whole square d omega. So this is the general Parseval theorem that is mentioned in the textbook reference book, and generally maximum type questions directly come on this formula. But student, you should know the other form of Parseval theorems also, so that if examiner will make a very good question, then very few students can able to attempt. So I am starting with this another form or initial form of Parseval theorem, that is if I have the value of x of t and h of t into dt, then what I will get. So what I am writing, guys, here, I am writing this minus infinity to infinity as it is. I am writing this function h of t also as it is. I am writing this h of t also as it is. Okay. Now what I am doing, guys, I am doing xt formula. Xt formula is what? Inverse Fourier transform. So you will get 1 upon 2 pi outside the bracket and here you will get minus infinity to infinity. What I should write here? I should write xt, it means x omega e to the power plus j omega t into d omega and dot dt. Bolo हाँ या ना? It means this h of t as it is, sir. Whatever this xt bacha, this xt I have just mentioned in the white color. Is it clear बेटा? सर ये पूछा था इंटरव्यू. वेरी गुड बेटा. तो अभी क्लियर होने वाला है. सो नाउ टेल मी बच्चों, व्हाट यू विल गेट पुरुषोत्तम नाउ? माइनस इन्फिनिटी टू इन्फिनिटी. इफ आई विल अरेंज सम फंक्शन कि एक्स ओमेगा आई एम अरेंजिंग फर्स्ट, आफ्टर दैट डी ओमेगा ऑल्सो आई एम अरेंजिंग हियर, 1/2 pi also I am arranging outside only. Now what is left inside finally? Finally left inside minus infinity to infinity. Time domain function I am arranging together. So h of t e to the power plus j omega t into d omega into dt. D omega is already I have completed here. So now tell me student, what is this formula? Do you know the Fourier transform formula h omega? If I talk about the Fourier transform formula h omega, it will give me minus infinity to infinity h of t e to the power minus ka j omega t dt. Is it clear or not, beta? Now in this formula, tell me limit is in time domain. If I will replace omega with minus omega, then what is h of minus omega? It is nothing but minus infinity to infinity h t e to the power minus minus plus j omega t into dt. Because limits everything are in t domain, so limits will not change. So shall I write this expression minus infinity to infinity? This expression is here only. Minus infinity to infinity h t e की power j omega t is h minus omega. It means this complete expression I can rewrite as a 1/2 pi integration of minus infinity to infinity x omega as it is, h minus omega as it is, and d omega. All of you guys just do reply, is this crystal clear or not, beta? So now finally what you will get? You will get finally minus infinity to infinity x of t dot h of t dot dt will be equal to this only. Yeah. So minus integration minus infinity to infinity x t dot h t dt equal to 1/2 pi minus infinity to infinity x omega dot h minus omega d omega. This is the first Parseval theorem. This is the Parseval theorem first form, PT1. You should write PT1 form. This is the first form of Parseval theorem. So generally students are not aware about this form. Generally students only remember this because it is only mentioned in the textbook reference book. And many times generally questions also asking from the main this form only. So that is why students generally know about this. But student, smart examiner can make a question from this only. And in EC21, a beautiful question already has been asked from the concept of Parseval theorem in discrete time domain. Parseval theorem, right now we are discussing continuous time Fourier transform. So same Parseval theorem will come in the discrete time Fourier transform also, and from that concept a beautiful question already has been asked in electronics 21. Okay, chali. So just let me know, is this completed beta Suraj? Is this completed Purushottam as well as Ayush and Vaidehi? सूरज ओरल में अगर आपको पार्सेवल थ्योरम पूछे तो आपको ये स्टेटमेंट बताना है कि पार्सेवल थ्योरम गिव्स द रिलेशन बिटवीन द टाइम डोमेन एंड फ्रीक्वेंसी डोमेन टू कैलकुलेट द एनर्जी. सो बोलो बच्चा, एनर्जी फॉर्मूला इन द टाइम डोमेन क्या होता है? माइनस इन्फिनिटी टू इन्फिनिटी मोड ऑफ एक्स टी होल स्क्वायर डी टी, एंड द सेम एनर्जी फॉर्मूला in the frequency domain is equivalent to 1/2 pi minus infinity to infinity mode of x omega whole square d omega. So this is the only form. If anyone asks in the Viva, you should write that Parseval theorem will help you to calculate the energy calculation in the time domain as well as the frequency domain, and it will provide the relation between the xt and x omega as far as energy calculation is concerned. Yes. It means if you want to calculate the energy of a xt signal, and if you don't have xt, if you have x omega, then directly you can use this. Similarly, if you want to integrate the value minus infinity to infinity mode of x omega whole square d omega, but you don't know x omega, but you know xt, then you can use this form. Yes, Purushottam. So that is why mathematical के साथ अभी जो मैंने बोला last 2 minutes में, that is theoretical explanation. Okay, beta. Energy relation, energy. It is used to find energy calculation. So देखो ये जो भी हम बता रहे हैं बच्चों, that is the unique part that you will not find in textbook reference book. Generally student remember only this expression. Okay, चलिए. So this is PT1. I am writing the next. So PT1 form I am again writing here. PT1 form is what, guys? X of t dot h of t, x of t dot h of t dt, x of t dot h of t dt is equivalent to actually 1 upon 2 pi minus infinity to infinity x of omega dot h of minus omega d omega. Is it clear, beta? Yes or no? Yes. So suppose that this is my first form. This is my first form. Now tell me, bachcho, if I will go for the second form, and if I will take conjugate this time, h conjugate of t into dt, then what it will be? So if I will do a small derivation for the same, what I will get? I will get minus infinity to infinity as it is. Okay, h conjugate of t also as it is, and still I am writing xt. xt formula is what? xt formula is nothing but 1 upon 2 pi minus infinity to infinity x omega e की power plus का j omega t into d omega only. Now what should I write? Should I write 1 upon 2 pi outside? Yes, outside. Minus infinity to infinity. I am arranging x omega first. I am arranging d omega also, and rest all part I will arrange here. So here I am arranging h conjugate of t into e की power plus j omega t into dt. Yeah. Now tell me, this will give you what? This will give you what? So if we will write the here h omega formula, if I will just write here h omega matlab Fourier transform formula, then you will get minus infinity to infinity h of t e to the power minus ka j omega t into dt. This is my continuous time Fourier transform formula, beta. Yes. And if I will make change, if I will take conjugate both sides, then h conjugate of omega will be minus infinity to infinity s conjugate of t e to the power plus j omega t into dt. So now don't you think whatever is mentioned here, it is nothing but this only. Whatever is mentioned here, h conjugate of t e की power plus j omega t dt, it is nothing but h conjugate of omega. So what is the final expression you will get? You will get the final expression 1 upon 2 pi minus infinity to infinity x omega as it is and dot h conjugate of omega and d omega. Follow bachcho, yes or no? So it is equivalent to what? It is equivalent to minus infinity to infinity x of t dot h conjugate of t into dt is equivalent to 1 upon 2 pi minus infinity to infinity x omega dot h conjugate of omega into d omega. All of you guys just do reply fast. Shall we go for next? All of you guys just do reply fast. Shall we go for next? So this is my PT2 form. This is my Parseval theorem form 2. This is my Parseval theorem form 2. Minus infinity to infinity ht h conjugate of t dt is equal to 1 upon 2 pi x omega dot h conjugate of omega d omega. Now just below to this, if I will write this form, then tell me what is equivalent to, guys? Minus infinity to infinity. If I will write xt dot x conjugate of t into dt, then don't you think it will give me 1 upon 2 pi? I am just replacing h function with also x function only. So it will give me minus infinity to infinity x of omega dot x conjugate of omega d omega. All of you guys just let me know, is this clear or not? So देखो PT2, this is nothing but the both form are PT2 only. Why? Because here expression I have only changed. I am just replacing with this h function with x only. So h conjugate of t, now x conjugate of t. H conjugate of omega, now x conjugate of omega. Yes or no, bachcho? Yes. Now tell me, if for this, after this equation, if I am writing, I am just writing this equation in next slide also. So here is minus infinity to infinity x of t dot x conjugate of t into dt is actually equal to 1 upon 2 pi minus infinity to infinity x of omega dot x of conjugate of omega dot d omega. So this is your form, this is your last form that I have mentioned here. I am just copy and paste the last form. Now student, if xt is real, do you know, sir, if xt is real, then x conjugate of t mod is actually equal to x of t, or xt mod you can say that. Similarly, x conjugate of omega mod is actually equal to x of omega mod. So if I will apply here, then shall I write like this bachcho, minus infinity to infinity mod of xt whole square. And even it is not real, then also conjugate magnitude is same only. If I talk about a plus jb or a minus jb, then if I talk about कि this is my p, then this is my q, then shall I say that mod of p is equal to mod of q? Why? Because its magnitude is also a square plus b square, and its magnitude is also under root of a square plus b square. Yes or no? So even it is not real, even it is conjugate also, imaginary part also, as far as magnitude is concerned, it is always equal. So I am taking magnitude here. So I should write 1 upon 2 pi minus infinity to infinity mod of x omega whole square d omega. Why? Because magnitude of conjugate term will remain same, sir. Yes. So this is your final form that was written in the last slide, in the first slide. That is the only typed form that I have given to you. So this is the final Parseval theorem form. This is the final form of Parseval theorem. Minus infinity to infinity mod of xt whole square, and this is nothing but the energy formula, guys. This is nothing but the energy formula, energy calculation. Similarly, bachcho, this formula also give you energy in the frequency domain. This is the energy in time domain. This is energy in time. This is energy in frequency. Energy in frequency. But what about this only? This is known as energy spectral density. So the value of mod of x omega whole square will give you energy spectral density. So this will give you energy spectral density. Energy spectral density. You just remember this. Mod of x omega whole square is equal to energy spectral density. Yes. Once you will complete beta till here, just do reply so that we can go for next. All of you, just do reply fast. Shall we go for next, pyare bachcho? Just let me know. Is this part completed to you all? Is this part completed, beta? So, whether he just do reply next or wait. Beta Vedehi and Suraj, shall we go for next, beta? Yes, chali. So now I am going for the next, and here is my first question. I think you already completed this derivation part. Now, here is the first question. Do you want to try, bachcho, this question? I will give you 1 minute time. Try to attempt this question, beta. Try to attempt this question. I am giving you 1 minute time. Why? Because 1 minute time is more than sufficient to solve this question. Because 1 minute time is more than sufficient to solve this question. Come on. Try to attempt this. So Samrat, Neeraj, Vedehi, क्या बात है यार बच्चों. Just clap for Vedehi. Vedehi, shabash, very good attempt, beta. Vedehi replied option number D. चलिए, let's see whether option D is correct or not. Shabash, very good. Option number D is absolutely correct, beta. Option number D for Delhi, absolutely correct. Asking for a positive rectangular pulse from -1 to +1. It is given already in the diagram. and asking for the value of minus infinity to infinity, asking for the value of minus infinity to infinity mod of x omega whole square d omega. Do you know what is the Parseval theorem, guys? Parseval theorem, minus infinity to infinity mod of xt whole square dt is equal to 1 upon 2 pi minus infinity to infinity mod of x omega whole square d omega. So this is nothing but my Parseval theorem. I hope it is clear to you. This is nothing but my Parseval theorem, guys. Is it clear to you? Minus infinity to infinity mod of xt whole square. Now examiner is only asking for the right hand side part, minus infinity to infinity mod of x omega whole square d omega. So just do cross multiply. So you will get minus infinity to infinity mod of x omega whole square d omega is actually equal to what? 2 pi into integration of minus infinity to infinity mod of x of t ka whole square dt. So what you will get ultimately 2 pi as it is. And what is the meaning of this, guys? The meaning of this formula is nothing but energy in the time domain. And do you know what is the short trick? What is the short trick of calculate energy of a rectangular pulse in the time domain? A square into B, A square into B. So you should not waste the time while integration upper limit, lower limit and all. Just do A square into B. A का मतलब 1 का whole square into B. B मतलब width. So minus 1 से लेके plus 1, width is 2 and magnitude is 1. So answer is 1 whole square into 2. So you should write this complete value is equal to 2 only. So answer 2 to ja 4 pi only. It means option number D for Delhi only. Correct answer बच्चों, D for Delhi. I hope this is crystal clear to all of you. Shall we go for next now? Vedahi, Suraj, already completed. Neeraj, Samrat, Odisha, just let me know, beta. Shall we go for next? Is this completed, beta? All of you just do reply. Is this completed to all of you? Just let me know. Next or wait. N or W. Chali. So now my next question is, find out the energy of a sampling signal. Find out the energy of a sampling signal. Okay. We'll calculate the area also. Area and energy both will calculate. Okay. So I am starting with this question, sampling of t. Can I write like this, sine of t upon t? Tell me yes or no? Yes, sir. If I will multiply with pi and if I will divide with pi here, then this expression will give me pi into sine of t upon pi t. Why I want to write like this, guys? Because I want to make a Fourier transform and I know this standard form. The standard form allow me to directly write the Fourier transform. Whenever time function satisfy this expression sine of at upon pi t, its Fourier transform will always be a rectangular pulse, which is from t multiple, it means from minus a to plus a, omega, magnitude is 1. So it is nothing but sine of at upon pi t minus a se leke plus a omega 1. Now you should tell me ki what is its Fourier transform, guys? What is its Fourier transform? Its Fourier transform is nothing but a rectangular pulse which is from sine of at upon pi t. What is a value? 1 value. So what you should write? Minus 1 to plus 1. So you will get this. You will get this from minus 1 to plus 1 with respect to omega, and the magnitude is pi only. The magnitude is pi only. So if this is my x of t, then this is my x of omega. And what I want? I want to calculate the energy. So what is the energy formula? Energy formula is nothing but, sir, minus infinity to infinity mod of xt whole square dt. This is my energy formula in time domain and I know x omega value. So can I write like this? Ki sir, 1 upon 2 omega minus infinity to infinity mod of x omega whole square d omega. So what I am doing, 1 upon 2 pi as it is. And what is the meaning of this? This expression you can directly apply the short trick a square into b. This expression minus infinity to infinity mod of x omega whole square d omega, you can directly apply a square into b. That's all. A square into b. A square into b trick. Trick says that amplitude whole square into total duration. What is total duration? 2. So you should write a square into b. A ka matlab you should write pi square into this distance 2. So 2 and 2 get cancel out. Pi and pi get cancel out. So the final answer is nothing but pi. Because pi square tha, 1 pi and 1 pi get cancel out. So what is the answer? Answer is pi only. It means I can make a box ki sampling of T having the energy, sampling of T having the energy is equal to pi. Sampling function of T having the energy pi. Till here everything is clear or not, beta? Do reply fast. Till here everything is clear or not? Take your time and complete this. All of you guys take your time and complete it. And once you will complete now, you should reply. Once you will complete, प्यारे बच्चों, do reply fast. Energy is pi. शाबाश बेटा. Now student, if I am looking for the area also, suppose that I am calculating area also. This is my first question over. Now if for the same expression, if I am asking area also, then tell me area is nothing but minus infinity to infinity xt dt. This expression will give you area. And area under time domain property says that ki sir, put x omega equal to 0. So now tell me xt is also here. This is my x of t beta. This is my x of t only, and this is completely my x omega only. So if I want to calculate the area of signal xt, it is nothing but a magnitude of x omega at omega equal to 0. So omega equal to 0, magnitude is pi only. It means its area calculation is also pi. It means anyone will ask about what is the area of a sampling signal, then also it is pi only. So area of a sampling signal is also pi, and energy of a sampling signal is also pi. Area of a sampling signal is also pi, and energy of a sampling signal is also pi. Very important conclusion. Very, very important conclusion. Just complete it, beta. Just complete this. Once you will complete, you should reply fast. All of you, shall we go for next? Shall we go for next? All of you प्यारे बच्चों, do reply. Shall we go for next? Tell me guys, tell me NOW. Shall we go for next बच्चों? Shall we go for next प्यारे बच्चों? Yes. चलिए. So sampling of T, energy is pi. So everything we have completed. So what is the important note? Now I am writing a important conclusion here बच्चों. Now I am writing a important conclusion here. One box is dedicated for area, and one box I am making for energy. Okay. So this summary box will become a important note, and this summary box will behave as a short trick in the examination hall. It will behave as a short trick in the examination hall. So what I am writing guys, I am writing this table is dedicated for area, and this table is dedicated for energy. So tell me what is the area of sampling function of T? So sampling function of T area is nothing but pi. Do you know student, area calculation is depending on the scaling factor only. It means if I will write ki what is the area of sampling of pi t? Sampling of pi t bolo. Or say that sampling of kt. So if I am writing here the scaling factor as a k le lo, a le lo, b le lo. So if I will write sampling of at, then what is the area? So area, whatever the scaling factor in the area, it will be divide. So scaling factor we have to divide in the area. So area is pi, so it will be pi by a. So sampling of at pi by a. So if I will write ki no sampling of pi t, it means here now I am replacing a with pi. So what is its area now? What is its area now? Its area will become actually pi upon pi. So answer will be 1. I hope it is clear, bacha. So do you know sampling of pi t is actually give you SINC sinc of t? Bolo हाँ या ना? Sampling of pi t is equal to sinc of t beta. So it means sinc of t का area भी क्या हो गया? Sinc of t area is also 1 sir. Now if I will write कि नहीं SINC sinc of AT. Now here also I am applying the scaling property. So whatever the scaling property, it will just divide in the area. So its area will be 1 by A only. So Sinc of AT area will be 1 by A. If I will write ki what is the area of this multiple में K into SINC Sinc of AT, then you should write कि sir its area will be K upon small a only. K upon small a only. All of you guys just let me know, is this clear beta? Is this clear beta? Yes or no? Similarly, energy calculation also I hope you remember कि sir if xt has a energy of capital E, then x of minus AT plus B is having the energy of E upon mod of A. This is the energy. Similarly, in the power calculation also you know that. So area calculation, if xt is having area A, then x of minus AT plus B having the area of A upon mod of A. Yes. So area also independent to time shifting and time reversal. Only depends on time scaling. Yes. So now tell me बच्चों कि if I am writing here कि my sampling function, what is energy of sampling function? वैदे ही पुरुषोत्तम बोलो 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 नीरज smart. Sampling of T area is pi, sampling of energy is also pi, sir. So if I will write ki what is the energy of sampling of AT, then because of scaling factor divide in the energy, so it is pi by A. So if I will write no sampling of A factor, if I will replace with pi, then sampling of pi t will be, sampling of pi t energy is nothing but pi upon pi, so it is 1. And sampling of pi t को ही क्या बोला जाता है, और sampling of pi t is equivalent to sinc function of t. So it means sinc function of t energy is also 1. Sinc function of t energy is also 1. Now if I will write ki SINC sinc of AT energy is what guys? So sinc of t energy is 1 by A only. So if I will write ki minus K, or if I will write K, if I will write K into SINC sinc of AT, what is the energy of this signal guys? So energy of this signal is nothing but K square upon A. Energy of this signal is nothing but K square upon A. K into sinc of AT area is nothing but K by A, and K into sinc of AT energy is nothing but K square into A. So the table is almost same, only the last expression will make the difference. बोलो बच्चों हाँ या ना? Again I am telling you this table is very important. It is a most unique part, and it will give this table is working as a short note or short trick in the examination hall. Directly you need to remember this. If the question will come, you can solve easily. I will show you how this table will behave as a short trick in the competition exam. I will show you, if you have a good presence of mind, I will show you in the next 2 minutes. I will give you one gate question, and that gate question, if you have observed carefully here, then that gate question solution required only 2 second time guys. Not more than 3 or 4 seconds at all. Just after observing the question, it will only take 2 seconds. Without touching notebook and pen, you can solve it. Shall I show you the gate question now? Are you guys ready to solve the gate question? Come on. Are you all guys ready to solve the gate question? Just do reply fast. Are you guys completed with this table? I hope this table part is completed. Yes. Ready sir, shabash. So now here is the gate question beta. Here is the gate question. Tell me how much time you will take to solve. Tell me how much time. Come on, come on, come on. Energy of signal sine of 4 pi t upon 4 pi t. अरे इतना आसान क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया आपसे, जल्दी बताइए. नीरज, सूरज, पुरुषोत्तम, वैदेही, सम्राट, do reply fast. Dheeraj says that pi by 4. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Vedai says that 1 by 4. Suraj says that pi by 4. Yeah. That is why I am telling you strong observation is required, beta. Strong observation, strong presence of mind. Tell me what it is. It is nothing but sine of 4 pi t upon 4 pi t. Shall I write sampling of 4 pi t? Shall I write sampling of 4 pi t? Sampling of 4 pi t energy is what? Sampling of pi t energy is 1. So sampling of 4 pi t energy is 1 by 4. Or you can write this also, sampling of 4 pi t is nothing but SINC sinc of 4t, and sinc of 4t energy is also 1 by 4. Sinc of 80, sinc of 80 1 by a. Sinc of a pi t energy is 1 by a. बोलो ना, अरे yes or no रे यार बच्चों, बोलो ना. ये जो लिखा है sinc of 80, sinc of 80 का एनर्जी 1 by a, एरिया 1 by a, and again sinc of 80 का एनर्जी 1 by a. Do you know sinc of 80 is also equal to, sinc of 80 is actually equivalent to sampling of a pi t. ये equal है, both are equal. Sinc of 80 is equal to sampling of a pi t. Sinc of 80 is equal to sampling of a pi t. ये equal है, वो दोनों, both are equal. आंसर इज 1 by 4. इतना आसान क्वेश्चन, इससे आसान क्या होगा यार, इससे आसान क्या होगा? All of you guys just let me know, shall we go for next? Every student just do reply fast, shall we go for next? चलिए, नाउ आई एम गिविंग यू वन मोर क्वेश्चन. बच्चों ये क्वेश्चन है इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स 2016 एंड यू कैन सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन विद इन 3 सेकेंड और 4 सेकेंड. नाउ कम ऑन, गो फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन ऑल्सो. Go for this question also. I will again come to the next question, that questions. Tell me how much time it will take. The value of the integral this question can examiner can also ask that कि find energy of signal. The equivalent question, the energy of signal xt sinc of 5t is, or the energy of signal xt equal to sampling of 5 pi t is, or the energy of signal xt is equal to sine of 5 pi t upon 5 pi t is. All are having the same answer. All are having the same answer. It means the same question can be asked in 4 different form. The same question asked in 4 different form, the answer is one only. There should be only one answer, guys. There should be only one answer. All of you guys just let me know, is this completed, beta? All of you guys just let me know, is this completed or not? Is this completed? अरे बेटा वैदेही, what you are doing beta? A simple question beta. Sinc square, it, don't you think it is asking for sinc of 5t energy? Don't you think it is asking for sinc of 80 energy? Sinc of 80 energy 1 by a. 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 क्या कर रहे हो बच्चों, क्या कर रहे हो यार? Suraj Purushottam is only correct. So answer for all the 4 question, the answer is nothing but even. Answer is nothing but 1 by 5. Answer is nothing but 1 by 5, 1 by 5, 1 by 5. So 1 by 5 is nothing but 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. Yeah. All of you guys, just let me know, is this clear? Just yes sir, just realized. Okay beta, okay. चलिए. So shall I ask one more question? इस बार वैदे ही मिस कर दी सर. कोई बात नहीं, गलती हो जाता है. चलिए, नाउ बच्चों बताओ, एक और एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ मैं आपको, वन मोर एग्जाम्पल. चलिए, ट्राई टू सॉल्व दिस वन. वैदे दिस टाइम, सूरज, एवरी स्टूडेंट गिव मी करेक्ट आंसर. आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग करेक्ट आंसर फ्रॉम यू ऑल गाइस दिस टाइम. All of you just give me correct answer for this time. Do it fast. yes. चलो कोई बात नहीं. All of you just let me know what is the answer beta. Suraj got 80. Vedai, what you are getting? Oh ho. Do it fast guys, do it fast. क्या बात है. So both the students are correct. Very good beta, very good. चलिए. So tell me, what is the energy of SINC, Sinc of 80, 1 by 5 into T, and amplitude also 4. So it means amplitude whole square divide by 1 by A. 1 by A is nothing but 1 by 5. So it is nothing but actually 16 5 ja. So answer is 80 only. Very good beta, very good. Here is the scope of mistake. Some students are dividing 16 by 5 also. That is also wrong. Okay, चलिए. Okay beta, Purushottam, Suraj, Vaidehi, Samrat, Neeraj. Neeraj, I hope you got also same answer. Chali. So, bachcho, that's all from today's class. We'll meet tomorrow. Fourier transform is not completed yet. We are left with some questions that we will discuss in next class. Okay. And after that, we will start the Laplace transform. Okay, bachcho. Chali. So, based on the sampling concept, whatever the questions are there, we have completed already. We have already completed. Okay, bachcho. Chali. So in the next class, we'll meet also tomorrow morning 11 a.m. So don't miss the class. From the next weekday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll update the class from 11 to 12. Instead of 11 to 12, we'll make it 12 to 1. Okay. But right now for this week, we have classes from 11 a.m. to 12. 11 a.m. to 12, 1 hour. Okay. Chaliye bachcho. So those who are looking for the complete structure, GATE preparation for GATE 24 and 25, you can visit our website. IMS GATE Academy or www.imsindia.com. बिहार की भूमि से. Yes, Suraj. So देखो बच्चों, here those who are looking for the complete structure preparation. Sir, कल के इंटरव्यू में सब इनरिलेवेंट सब्जेक्ट पूछ रहे थे सर. मेरे कॉलेज में ECA की फैकल्टी नहीं है सर. बट HR कहते हैं कि कितने टैलेंटेड टीचर्स होने के बाद भी आप ऐसे सिग्नल्स कितने लेक्चर में ख़त्म हो जाएगा सर. नीरज, सिग्नल से भी चलेगा बेटा. सिग्नल अभी आप मान के चलो 70+ लेक्चर ही होंगे, उससे कम में नहीं हो पाएगा. सिग्नल कम्युनिकेशन डिजिटल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स कंट्रोल सिस्टम सब खो गए थे सर. कल से लाप्लास स्टार्ट होगा ना. यस, कल से लाप्लास स्टार्ट करेंगे, बट पहले हम जो फोरियर का पार्ट बाकी है उसको फिनिश करेंगे बेटा, है ना. तो उसके बाद हम लाप्लास स्टार्ट कर देंगे, बट कल ज़्यादा स्टार्ट नहीं कर पाएंगे. ओनली इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट स्टार्ट होगा लाप्लास का. उसके बाद लाप्लास में हम ROC से शुरुआत करेंगे. बड़े यूनिक फॉर्म में हम लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म पढ़ने वाले हैं बच्चों. एक बार जो आपने ये लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म पढ़ लिया तो ये हर जगह फिर आपको काम आएगा. हर जगह मतलब हर जगह. कोई इंटरव्यू में आपसे पूछ लेना कि बच्चा कौन सा टॉपिक आता है, तो आप बोल सकते हो सिग्नल एंड सिस्टम, आप बोल सकते हो लाप्लास ट्रांसफॉर्म, कुछ भी पूछो सर बताऊंगा मैं. इस तरह से आप पूछो फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म, कुछ भी पूछो बताऊंगा मैं. तो इस तरह से वो गेट में भी हेल्प करेगा. वो आपको अदर जो आपके एग्ज़ाम होते हैं स्टेट लेवल पे, जो PSU एग्ज़ाम होते हैं, वहाँ पे भी हेल्प करेगा. सो आप लोग अब लोग बस केवल ये देखो कि कैसे आपका वो सब्जेक्ट प्रिपेयर हो रहा है। एक बार अगर पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट का आपका कंटेंट बन गया तो उस कंटेंट को आप रिवाइज करते रहो और साथ साथ जो भी कंपटीशन एग्जाम फाइट कर रहे हो उसके PYQs करते रहो और फिर प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस भी करते रहो। चलो, सो दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम टुडेज क्लास बच्चों। Once you will join the IMS GATE Academy, you will get 800 plus live lecture video access. You will also get 26 to 30 hard copy of booklet which contain theory book, exercise book and 4000 plus practice question. Also you will get बच्चों 130 plus all test series which contain chapter test, subject test, advanced subject test, multiple subject test as well as all India mock test series. Okay. After that student, you will also get the 1-to-1 my plan session, mentorship session, and you will get the access of dedicated doubt solving portal where you can attach your doubt just like WhatsApp. Okay, chali. So that's all from today's session बच्चों. We'll meet tomorrow morning 11 AM. तब तक के लिए बाय बाय। चलिए, सो वेदई नो प्रॉब्लम बेटा, आप लगे रहो, आप अपना बेस्ट एफर्ट करते रहो, सूरज, वेदई, नीरज, सब लोग, और ये इंश्योर करो कि आज के दिन को मैं कैसे बेस्ट यूटिलाइज कर सकता हूँ, आज के दिन में मैं कितना रिवीजन कर रहा हूँ, कितने प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर रहा हूँ, इतना इंश्योर करिए। कंट्रोल कब से बेटा? कंट्रोल के लिए भी मैं बहुत जल्द आपको अनाउंस करने वाला हूँ। फ्रॉम 1 अगस्त वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट ए न्यू यूट्यूब इनिशिएटिव जहाँ पे आपको प्रियंका मैम इंजीनियरिंग मैथ्स भी पढ़ाने वाले हैं। तो अब अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट्स भी पढ़ाएंगे बच्चों, तो वो भी आप अटेंड करना, और 1 अगस्त के लिए मैं बहुत जल्दी आऊँगा यूट्यूब पे और अनाउंस करेंगे। ठीक है बच्चों, चलिए, सो बाय बाय, टेक केयर बच्चों। दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम टुडेज क्लास। मीट टुमारो मॉर्निंग 11।